We're 5% down in the Sensex, down 600 points. Tisco is the latest culprit. Results that are comments.
Red. And our three experts are here with us now. Ambarish has been talking about the fundamentals. Rahul's been tracking the technicals. Utpal Chaudhary joins in for a futures and options perspective. Utpal, what did you see in trade today, especially by the last leg of it?
Yeah, market started down, as we know. It had a negative gap because of that all this negative news, and also that the global market went down. So mainly we have seen in the future side squaring of the long positions. Around more than 75%, around 80% counters have seen heavy squaring of long positions in the future side. But I believe that till that time, like before that the last second leg of selling starts, I believe till that time selling was confined to only future side only, and I feel that there is not much selling coming in from the cash side. And of course there are some short positions, fresh short positions built up also there.
So what's led to the change, Utpal? Is it margin calls coming in?
Well, it's both margin call is there, yeah, of course. And apart from that, you see, there is yesterday's news that about the taxation of the FIs. That's of course we have been seeing net selling by FIs. That's there. But apart from that, in fact, yesterday only, I got lots of calls from various parts of the country asking about this. So people are really panic, and they are really squaring up the positions in the cash, in the future side particularly. Okay. And of course, as you said, margin call is also there.
Okay. So are you saying, Utpal, that yes, the reservation down about 2%, we are down about 5%, and that extra 3% could be attributed to the rise we had yesterday and the FII fears?
Well, in fact, yeah, FI they have been selling. Of course, today I don't know what is the situation, but today mainly in the first half that it opened with a negative gap, and then it stayed there for quite some time. So that is mainly because of the selling in the future side, and that's very clear. If you look at the open interest, there is huge, massive outgo of the open interest. Only few counters, including Dr. Reddy or some odd counters, they are having some short positions. But apart from that, people are really going out. They're not taking any fresh positions.
Okay, that's the low point of the day. 760 points down now on the Sensex, 11,456, and the Nifty has slid a whopping 240 points. Ambarish, the question really that everyone must be asking is, how do you approach this market now? Do you sit it out till all this bloodletting is done, and will it be done in a hurry?
What I would say is, I mean, if you're an investor, if you have made good money over the last 3 years, possibly exit as much as possible. I mean, even at this juncture, at least book your profits. And I mean, especially if you're a trader, then I think it's best to stay out of this market, because you really don't know which way it's moving. I mean, possibly tomorrow it can jump back 300 points. So I mean, and basically, if you have cash, I think it's better to wait for some more time, let it fall more, and invest at lower levels.
Where would you invest? Would you just look at valuations, or is there something you have in mind already, Ambarish?
I'll surely look at valuations possibly at closer to around 10,500 levels, 10,700 levels. I would look at, again, stocks in IT, I would look at FMCG. At those levels, I would surely look at cement, I would look at metals.
So going by today's fall, we're just about a day away from that.
Ambarish always makes short work of his targets, right, Ambarish?
Almost 800 points.
Hope not, I would say.
Hope not. I really hope so too. We're laughing because that's the only thing we can do. We laugh, lest we should cry. It's down about 782 points. That's almost 800 points. In absolute numbers, we haven't seen this kind of fall ever on the Sensex. Percentage-wise, yes, you have seen a 10% plus fall on Black Monday 2 years ago, but 6.3% really, that people are hurting out there.
And it's getting worse, 780 down now. Rahul, I mean, there is agreement on the fact that in the short term, this market is looking weak, but would you stretch it and say in the medium term as well, the trend for this market may have turned?
Well, I really don't think, I think it's too quick to actually come to that conclusion. As I said, we kind of wait out for about 11,000 before we take the next call. So we're just hanging in there. Long-term charts are still okay. If you're an investor with a perspective about 1 year plus, one would be utilizing the fall sooner or later to start getting into the market as well. But I think clearly short to medium term outlook, one should wait till about 11,000 to take a fresh call there.
Utpal, there seemed to be peril in shorting the market, even if you put a deep discount. But given the cut we've had today, can you indeed go and do that and even roll over your shorts?
Well, in fact, there is not, as I told you, of course, in Nifty there are some short positions, not some short positions, there's quite a lot of short positions, but from the open interest you can make out, and the way the cost of carry has come down, in fact, it's trading at a discount. So there's lots of short positions out there, but if you look at the other counters, there is not much short positions being built up. As I have told you, bearing a few, very few, like, led by, I think, Dr. Reddy, it has around 425 contract short positions. But otherwise, most of the counters, they have long positions only, because we have seen that it has been an every day people generally normally tends to buy, do the bottom fishing. And because of there are lots of long positions are there and people are going out, and I don't think that there will be much short positions will be left in the market for rolling over.
Amrish?